hyperventilate. Exhale. Need some water? Need some water
No,
at all?
I'm good.
You sure? You sure?
Yeah.
I got some
and
good
actually,
water.
I'm saving the best for tomorrow.
I got some good water for you.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
I don't need water. I don't drink that
Here's
stuff.
the deal. There's a couple of stats that you left out. It was the 108-yard kickoff return by Jacoby Jones. You forgot about that.
Yeah.
The Cowboys did amass 481 yards. I mean, they just ran roughshod over Baltimore's defense. Baltimore actually may have lost 3 dudes. We all know Webb and Lewis particularly.
Those are 3 big dudes.
Those are no question about it. The other thing that you pointed out is that the Ravens mustered only 1 yard on 3 offensive plays in the entire third quarter.
Third quarter, and they went 3 yards midway fourth quarter.
Exactly. So I say all of this to say to you, what have I been telling you? The Cowboys are ultra talented. They entered the game with the league's top-ranked pass defense. I repeatedly said to you, it's not a question of their talent. They have the talent. You understand? The question is that whether or not they will find a way to beat themselves, because they always do in the Tony Romo era, right? Now, clearly,
except for 1 year when they won the division, won a playoff game.
Clearly, Tony Romo made some errors. Clearly, Des Bryant shouldn't have dropped that pass on the 2-point conversion, okay? Clearly, with 22 seconds left, you should be able to get off more than 1 play, particularly when you had a timeout at your disposal, all right?
Probably.
But
at least 2.
But, Skip, if you remember, when they threw the completion to Des Bryant, you had Miles Austin and another wideout lollygagging back to the line of scrimmage. You had offensive linemen lollygagging to the line of scrimmage. No sense of urgency whatsoever.
Then you had people lining up wrong.
Timeout. Which leads me to where the culpability ultimately lies, with Mr. Jason Garrett. Now, before I get into Jason Garrett, can you all please play Jason Garrett in a post-game conference talking to the media, please? Listen to this ridiculous quote.
Well, you should play one from last week or the week before.
I was really proud of our football team. I thought we fought really, really hard and well through a lot of different adversities in all 3 phases of our team.
What I'm saying?
And we battled, we continued to battle, and in so many different ways, our team grew a lot in this game. This team has been awfully good for a while. This team's been awfully good in this place for a while.
See what I'm saying?
And we gave them everything they could handle. At the end of the day, we got to finish the game. We have to win the game. We didn't do that, and we can learn from that. But I loved how our team battled. I was proud of our football team today, and we believe we can grow from this football game.
You are proud of a team that inept mentally, that unfocused, that undisciplined, that idiotic in such a condition? It's ridiculous. No wonder you're losing. No wonder this dude is 15-14 as the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. And then I took the liberty, Skip, of looking up some of this dude's. Listen to me.
This is a first.
5-3 because he took over on November 8th, 2010. The Dallas Cowboys finished 5-3, and all of a sudden he's supposed to be the savior. They go 8-8 last season, get beat down, bum rush, ran roughshod over by the New York Giants the last game of the regular season. They're 2-3 now. That's a 15-14 record with not a single playoff appearance since he's been with the Dallas Cowboys. But here's the thing that's mind-boggling to me, Skip. This is a dude that was the offensive coordinator and the assistant head coach, getting paid just as much as Wade Phillips, as I pointed out on numerous occasions. Then he turns around and gets the head coaching job, but keeps the job as the offensive coordinator, okay? Which means he's calling the plays, he's the offensive coordinator, plus he's the head coach. Then on top of it all, this year was the first year he gave up the job as offensive coordinator, gives it to Bill Callahan, but he's still calling the plays. So to me, you've got your fingerprints written all over it. Bill Callahan's the same head coach of the Oakland Raiders in 2002 that took them to the Super Bowl. You don't think he's qualified to call plays instead of you with your non-playoff having self and Jason
disagree
Garrett?
with that
So
point.
here's the point.
I disagree with that
All right,
point.
that's fine.
And I know.
But here's the thing that really blows me away. When I read up on Jason Garrett, Scott Linehan, former coach with the Dolphins, former head coach with St. Louis, hired Jason Garrett after meeting him, talking with him. 10 hours later, hired him as a quarterback's coach. Wanted him as the offensive coordinator. Nick Saban wanted him to come from Dolphins to Alabama. Butch Davis, I'm getting to it. Butch Davis wanted him to come to him with UNC. I'm breaking it down. Butch Davis wanted him to come to USC. Les Miles, North Turner, Sean Payton. All of these people love Jason Garrett.
I do
Here's
too.
my point. Why? What has he done? When is Dallas? When is Big D? When is the city of Dallas, America's team, the Habitat for America's team, going to stand up and say, what has this man done?
They're probably doing it right now.
Why is everybody loving this guy so much? I'm thinking about great coaches. I respect the heck out of Sean Payton. You know how I feel about Nick Saban. I mean, North Turner, say what you want about him, but he definitely knows offense. I'm just looking at the coaches.
Jason Garrett.
Listen, all of these guys, listen, you can talk to me about what he knows all you want. All I know is that since this man has become head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, they have been a walking piece of mediocrity.
Okay.
Now, they're not 1-7 like he inherited them when they were 1-7 under Wade Phillips in 2010.
You're on the wrong point.
I'm not.
He's
no, I'm
really
not.
good at the. I know Jason really well.
Listen,
I covered him when he was a player.
Skip,
Brilliant
Skip,
offensive mind.
Allow me to.
Okay.
I'm glad. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Because you know how I applaud your journalistic career, and I'm not questioning that. But I could give 2 cents about that right now, and I'm going to tell you why. Jason Garrett, at some point in time, you have to be held accountable for what the expectations are. This is a lack of discipline. This is a lack
that's
of...
all. No, that's a head coach. If you want to criticize head coach, I'm good with you.
But that's where I'm going.
But don't go to offensive coordinator.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying to you is this. If you are going to be a head coach in this league, you have to be a leader of men. Demote his butt back down to offensive coordinator and call it a day.
That's fine.
Because he is not the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys, because his record shows it, because their continuous level of ineptitude shows it. Enough of this dude. I'm tired of hearing about how great he is. What has he shown?
Were you saying that on the Thursday after the Wednesday night opener?
No, I wasn't. But wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay.
If that's the case, Skip, they good. Did I say that 8 weeks out of last year when they went 8-8? Ultimately, you are to be judged on the totality of your performance. This man is not getting it done.
I agree.
And you are in Big D, and Jerry Jones needs to take a long, hard look at this dude, because this dude, as far as I'm concerned, undermined Wade Phillips and his regime to get the head coaching job. He's there now, and he hasn't gotten it done. Period.
He didn't. I bet you act like he was duplicitous or devious. He wasn't doing that.
Well, I'm not. Well, I don't know.
That's the ownership. The only one to keep. Remember, the Ravens offered him their head coaching job.
Listen. Everybody loves Jason Garrett. I'm still trying to figure out why.
Okay. All right.
That's all I'm saying.
As a head coach, you could be right.
That's all I'm saying. As a head coach.
All right. So you
as a
accept
head
that.
coach.
All